This is Block 8, Pax Americana, Section 5, Ike's Cold War, with the section Stalemate in Korea. Eisenhower finishes his 1952 campaign for president, promising to go personally to Korea to end the stalemate there. That, if you remember, that after MacArthur was fired, the front in Korea stabilized around the 38th parallel and peace talks began. But the peace talks were just kind of limping along, not going very far. And then Eisenhower promised to go to Korea himself and solve those peace problems. Now, he did not actually go, but through clever use of diplomacy, he's a great diplomat, the veiled threat that if the negotiations did not continue, that the United States might just be interested in introducing nuclear weapons into the war, an armistice was finally signed in mid-1953. China is running out of money to fight the war. Eisenhower is subtly threatening the use of nuclear weapons, and the Chinese then come to the table and negotiate an end to the war. The 38th parallel was to be the general border between North and South Korea. The North Koreans backed by the Soviet Union and the Chinese, the South Koreans backed by the United States. And if you want an introduction as to why free capitalism works and state-sponsored, centrally planned economies don't, look at Korea. That in 1953, North Korea and South Korea were approximately exactly the same in economic development. Right now, South Korea is an advanced, democratic, prosperous country that, you know, builds advanced electronics and cars, and North Korea is a psychotic state that's a hellhole where people starve to death. And that was the end of the Korean War, a conflict in which over 30,000 Americans lost their lives, and many times that many were wounded. And it has very largely been forgotten in the American historical consciousness. But the men who served in Korea served with distinction and with honor. And although we did not reunite the Koreas, the United States and its allies saved South Korea from a communist dictatorship and the nastiness that is North Korea today. And that's something that we ought to be proud of.